Good afternoon, everybody. Mike Logan from AskMikeTheCounselor2.com. Beautiful late summer day in Rockford, Illinois, and we're getting ready to head into the Labor Day weekend. And I'm doing some short coaching videos. And today, the coaching topic that I want to talk about is brain fitness. Okay, so you can see, I hope the light's not too shiny on my forehead. But this is a 61-year-old brain, and it has small children. I've got a 10-year-old boy and a 5-year-old daughter. And I want to keep this brain alive and vibrant and involved in their lives. There are times when my son likes to wrestle, and my daughter loves to be tickled, and they both, every once in a while, like to get chased. And I want to do that for as long as they'll put up with it. Sometimes my wife likes to get chased too, but that's a different story, different coaching video, right? Okay, brain fitness. Not too many years ago, maybe 10 or 12 years ago, there were some very startling discoveries made about the capacities of the human brain. It used to be, neuroscientific dogma was that, we grew some new brain cells until about age 5, and then we had what we had, all the circuits were there, and it began to deteriorate and go away until eventually we ended up in the home with no memory of anything. Well, that's not true. We grow new brain cells every day, and there are some things you can do to enhance and lock in those brain cells. They pop up, but they don't necessarily get incorporated into circuitry in the brain where you need them unless they're challenged by a novel learning experience. Okay, so that's a key piece of the brain fitness coaching puzzle. Novel learning experiences. Okay, now the neurons that I already have and the circuits are not done forming. They change all the time. Circuitry changes, neurons connect and reconnect all the time based on what I am learning. And the best kind of learning to make sure that you have lots of neuroplasticity or neuroplastic connections between neurons going on is challenging neurons, are challenging experiences that allows you to get the correct answer about 80% of the time, and then increases the level of challenge routinely. That kind of learning is involved in, is the kind you experience when you learn to play a new musical instrument or you learn a new language. Now, if you can see here, these are counseling books and the whole room is full of them. If I pick up another counseling book, I do nothing for neuroplasticity in my brain because it already knows how to do counseling. I need to pick up a musical instrument, piano for example, and learn how to play. I'm not shooting for mastery here, I'm shooting for brain fitness. The kind of brain fitness that allows my brain to bypass the weak spots that come with age. Okay, so I'm already noticing in my life that I don't recall words quite as well as I would like to all the time. Neuroplasticity would give me the ability to do that, and I won't walk around with 2 pairs of glasses on my head. So neuroplasticity and neurogenesis, the growth of new brain cells, can be encouraged by novel learning experiences. They are also encouraged, for those of you looking for coaching in this regard, by physical exercise. Now, you don't have to go to the gym and get all sweaty and fling around huge barbells to get the kind of exercise that's good for neuroplasticity and neurogenesis. It can be simply walking or doing high-intensity interval training in your basement. HIIT, or high-intensity interval training, is 10 minutes of 30-second increments of calisthenics you did in junior high school physical education class. Burpees, jumping jacks, push-ups, running in place, walking in place. If you've got a treadmill, running for a little bit or walking for a little bit on that. Just enough that it makes you breathe heavily enough that it's difficult to talk and breathe at the same time. It doesn't have to involve muscle mass and resistance training, although it can. Those are certainly not ruled out, and you can work up to that. Nutrition is a key piece of the brain fitness puzzle, especially omega-3 fatty acids, and you get those from, your neurons are about 60% or 70% encased in membranes that are composed of omega-3 fatty acid. The best source of that is fish. The problem with eating a lot of fish these days is they're polluted with mercury. So you may need to take a supplement. And there are other nutritional sources, although according to the folks, Simon Evans and Paul Burkhardt, who wrote Brain Fit for Life, there are other nutritional sources. They're just not converted as efficiently as omega-3 from fish. Okay, so nutrition is key. Antioxidants. Your brain uses a huge amount of, about 20% of the fuel you burn every day is used in your brain. It can't store any, so it's got to have a constant flow of good fuel. And those transactions, those molecular and atomic transactions in your brain free up some free radicals, which are not good for your brain. That's what causes aging. So in your diet, you have to have things like blueberries that sop up free radicals, transform them into something that can be excreted from your body. So omega-3 and antioxidants in your nutrition. Physical exercise. You need sleep. You need lots of good things happen in terms of your brain fitness when you are asleep, hormonal things. If those don't happen, your brain suffers as a result. Stress management, too much adrenaline and cortisol, too frequent, too long adrenaline and cortisol baths in the body. Stop neurogenesis, or keep those brand new brain cells from getting cemented into circuits where they need to be. So you need to do stress management. Change your thinking to change your feeling, change your breathing pattern. HeartMath is a wonderful tool for that. Novel learning experiences, I mentioned earlier. Learning a new language, learning a musical instrument, and there are some very excellent computerized brain fitness tools out there now that can help with that process, or maybe even replace it if you don't have time to learn a new language. I know I don't. I may be able to fit in infrequent practices on a piano someday, but not right now. So I do computerized brain fitness programs. The Posit Science program was just studied in the MPEC study. I suggest you begin with that one. MindSpark Brain Fitness Pro is excellent, and so is Lumosity. I've used all three of those. Used them as part of my novel learning experience in order to keep this brain alive until it can hold some grandbabies. More on brain fitness coaching to come soon. Thank you.